The eagle, the undisputed aerial predator that hunts everything. Snakes, foxes, entire mountain goats. These birds are supposed to be apex predators, so why are they losing to a crow? If you search online, you will find thousands of photos and videos from all over the world showing the exact same bizarre scenario. A massive, majestic eagle is flying as fast as it possibly can, actively fleeing the area, while a tiny black crow is aggressively chasing it down. This isn't just a rare anomaly where, one specific eagle got scared by one specific crow. This phenomenon is actually documented globally. It doesn't matter if it's a bald eagle in North America or a huge golden eagle in Europe. Wherever these birds overlap, the dynamic is exactly the same. The eagle abandons whatever it was doing, completely alters its flight path, leaves its hunting ground, and desperately tries to escape. And the crow just keeps chasing it, sometimes for miles. When you think about it, it looks pathetic. You have a bird capable of snapping a wolf's spine, getting bullied out of the neighborhood by a bird that eats old French fries out of a McDonald's parking lot. And it's important to note that the eagle isn't just flying away because it's bored. The eagle is actively distressed. It is putting maximum effort into getting away from the crow. This is a survival response. But to understand why the eagle doesn't just simply turn around, grab the incredibly annoying bird behind it, and bite its head off, we have to take a look at what these birds actually do. To put it simply, the main reason the eagle is running away is simply because of basic aerodynamics. Eagles are huge, and because they are huge, they have massive long wings. Those wings are absolutely incredible for soaring on thermal wind currents for hours without burning any energy. They are also perfect for tucking in and going into a straight line, high-speed dive bomb on a little bunny. Poor bunny. But long wings and a heavy body are absolutely terrible for hunting. An eagle operates kinda like a semi-truck. It takes a massive amount of space and momentum to change direction. If an eagle wants to turn around and attack something directly behind it, it has to bank its entire body, lose all its forward momentum, and slowly arc back around. Crows, on the other hand, operate like, kinda like crazy kids on go-karts. They are incredibly light, and their wings are short and stubby compared to their body. This means they can pivot on a dime. They can stop, drop, and roll, and completely change their trajectory in mid-air in a fraction of a second. This dictates the entire cause and effect of their biology in a dogfight. The eagle's massive size, the very thing that makes them so deadly to animals on the ground, is actually a severe disadvantage in close-quarters aerial combat. If the eagle tries to turn around and grab the crow, by the time the eagle actually faces backward, the crow has already dodged out of the way, flown completely around the eagle, and is now pecking it from behind again. The eagle literally cannot turn fast enough to catch a dodging crow in mid-air. So the eagle might not be able to easily catch one agile crow, but it seems like it should logically just be able to keep flying and ignore it, kinda like a really annoying mosquito that keeps buzzing in your ear. Except crows make ignoring them completely impossible because they do something a lot worse than a mosquito buzzing. When a single crow spots an eagle entering its territory, it starts screaming. Crows are incredibly loud, but not loud like a sperm whale where it could actually do damage. What this does is alert every crow in the entire area. Within minutes, the eagle is no longer dealing with one annoying go-kart. It's got 10, 20, or sometimes 50 crows all at the exact same time. This tactic is called mobbing, and if you couldn't tell, it's really annoying. The crows weaponize their numbers to completely overwhelm the eagle's defenses from all sides. They're obviously not just making a giant dogpile on the eagle, they're a lot smarter than that. One crow will dive bomb the eagle from the left, forcing the eagle to flinch and drop its wing. The exact second the eagle is distracted, two more crows dive in from above and peck at its head. They box the eagle in. They force it to constantly waste energy dodging and dipping, completely ruining any chance the eagle had of hunting or resting. The eagle is never fighting just one little bird. The entire gang is jumping him. But even with 50 crows, a swarm of small birds just sounds annoying, not exactly deadly. So why are the eagles running from a bunch of little pecks? Well, the real answer is, being an apex predator kinda sucks. If you're a prey animal, like a rabbit, your only job is to not get eaten. But if you're a predator, your job is to successfully hunt, kill, and eat other animals every single day, or you starve to death. Hunting requires absolute 100% physical perfection. If an eagle is diving at 100 miles per hour to catch a moving target, its vision needs to be flawless and its flight feathers need to be perfectly aligned. If a crow gets lucky during a mobbing attack and its beak scratches the eagle's eye, the eagle goes blind, it can no longer target prey, and it starves to death. If a crow manages to snap just one or two of the eagle's primary flight feathers, the eagle loses its aerodynamic stability. It can no longer dive accurately, it misses its prey, and it starves to death. For the eagle, the risk of fighting back is infinitely high. And the reward? If the eagle spends a massive amount of energy turning around, dodging 50 birds, and actually manages to kill a crow, what does it get? It gets a scrawny 1-pound bird that barely contains enough calories to replace the energy the eagle just burned trying to catch it. This completely shifts how we view the eagle's reaction. Winning this fight yields zero reward, but taking even one single hit costs the eagle its entire life. Running away isn't cowardly. This is just logical. The eagle calculates the risk, realizes the math is terrible, and tries to leave the area quietly. But even then, crows take things personal. You might think the crows are just acting on blind instinct, that they see a big bird, their brains flash a red predator sign, and they just start attacking. But crows belong to a family of birds called Corvids, which includes ravens and jays, making them some of the most intelligent animals on the entire planet. Meaning, they're actually holding real grudges. Scientists have heavily studied Corvid intelligence, and one of the most terrifying things they discovered is that crows have facial recognition. If a human captures a crow, tags it, and lets it go, that crow will remember that human's exact face. If that person walks down the street 5 years later, the crow will recognize them and start screaming. They do the exact same thing to eagles. If an eagle flies into a neighborhood and tries to raid a nest, the crows remember that specific eagle. They remember its size, its markings, and its face. If that specific eagle ever dares to cross into their territory again, even if it's just peacefully flying by at a high altitude, the crows will target it violently. Remembering an enemy is incredibly impressive, but crows take this a step further. They actually communicate their hatred to the rest of the group. Studies have shown that crows will actively teach other crows who to hate. A crow that has never seen the eagle before will join in on the mobbing, simply because the older crows told it that this specific eagle is the enemy. They literally pass down information about specific threats to their offspring. This means the eagle is completely doomed. An eagle can fly into a territory and be viciously attacked by a 2-year-old crow that wasn't even alive when the eagle originally attacked the nest. The entire region, an entire zip code of highly intelligent birds, has been systematically taught to attack this one eagle on sight. With an entire neighborhood of birds out for blood, the eagle's only option is to try and escape. But crows know exactly where to strike to make the eagle utterly defenseless. When the crows swarm the eagle, they aren't just randomly flapping around and pecking at whatever they can reach. They are aiming at a very specific target. An eagle has 2 extremely dangerous weapons: its beak, which faces forward, and its talons, which reach forward and down. If a crow attacks from the front, it dies. If a crow attacks from below, it dies. So the crows attack from above. Specifically, they try to land directly between the eagle's wings, right on the center of its back. This reveals a critical anatomical flaw in the eagle. Even the ultimate predator has a glaring blind spot. Because of how the eagle's neck and wings are structured, if a crow physically lands on the eagle's back, the eagle's beak and talons absolutely cannot reach it. There's hundreds of photos of this happening. A crow will literally just land on a bald eagle's back and surf on the massive bird in midair, aggressively pecking at the back of the eagle's neck. The eagle can't bite it. It can't grab it. All the eagle can do is awkwardly shake its body and try to fly faster to shake the crow off, looking completely humiliated in the process. Hitching a ride on an eagle's back and pecking its head while it tries to fly away seems like an act of pure spite. However, crows are even smarter than that. They often have another motive for all this. Sometimes, the crows are genuinely just defending their territory, but a lot of the time, this entire mobbing routine is literally just them mugging the eagle. If an eagle just spent hours hunting, successfully caught a massive fish, and is flying back to its nest to eat, the crows will immediately clop the food in the eagle's talons. They know that an eagle carrying a heavy fish is slower, heavier, and even worse at turning than usual. Most importantly, they know that the eagle's deadliest weapons, its talons, are currently occupied holding the fish. So the crows begin their relentless harassment. They dive bomb, they scream, they land on the eagle's back and peck at its eyes. They annoy the eagle so severely and put it in so much physical danger that the eagle eventually reaches a breaking point of pure frustration. The eagle realizes the only way it can defend itself and get its talons free to fight back is if it drops the fish. The moment the eagle drops its hard-earned meal, the crows instantly stop attacking. They dive down, grab the dropped fish, and fly away to eat it. This behavior is called kleptoparasitism. The crows leverage the eagle's fear of injury to get a completely free meal. They effectively turn the apex predator into kinda like DoorDash. Except instead of tipping the eagle, they just peck it 1,000 times. I know, this dynamic makes the eagle look completely helpless. It gets bullied, it gets beaten up, and it gets its lunch stolen. But I do want to make a point. Eagles are not weak. So what happens if an eagle is cornered, has no food to drop, and actually manages to land a hit on one of these guys? It's very easy to look at this entire situation and think that the crows are the actual apex predators here. They act incredibly arrogant and they seem utterly fearless. But you have to remember that the eagle is still exceptionally dangerous, and the crows are playing an incredibly high-stakes game. Because the crows are so light, any heavy wind or slight miscalculation in their flight path can slow them down for just a fraction of a second. Sometimes a crow gets just a little too bold. It dives just a little too close to the eagle's face, or it doesn't pull up fast enough. When that happens, the eagle doesn't hesitate. In the rare instances where the eagle successfully manages to flip over and grab a crow, the fight is over instantly. The eagle's talons pierce straight through the crow's vital organs, crushing it to death before the crow even has time to make another sound. The crow only wins because it's absolutely perfect at dodging, but one single slip-up, one tiny delay in reaction time means instant death. The crows are fighting a monster. They just happen to be incredibly good at keeping the monster distracted. An eagle can kill a crow in a heartbeat, but the fact it chooses to run anyway just goes to show the wild is a lot more than just prey and predator. When we think about fear in nature, we usually picture a gazelle running away from a cheetah. The gazelle is running because if it stops, it gets eaten. But the eagle running from the crow is different. Eagles run because fighting a crow, or well, many crows, is just not worth it. You don't have to be the biggest or deadliest animal in the sky to win. You just have to be so incredibly annoying and so completely unprofitable to fight that even the ultimate apex predator decides you just aren't worth the trouble. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see a video about one of the biggest eagles of all time, check out our video about why islands turn animals into giants here.